Alright, so boom, you know where we at, you know what it is. I don't even gotta say too much on the intro, you know what I'm saying? I'll do it anyways. Welcome back to the Slow Down Podcast. This is episode 4. Full disclosure, I did have an episode 4 up on the podcast already. I'm gonna call that real life like a placeholder, because honestly, the content that I put out for episode 4, I feel like that wasn't really a testament to who I was as a person. So I decided to do some thinking, some restructuring on what I really wanted episode 4 and its topic to really be. The topic is gonna stay the same as it was wanting it all. But this is gonna be more of a letter to myself, and like I said in the last episode, it's gonna be some things that I've noticed. It's definitely gonna be a little bit shorter, especially because I've gone back and I've thought about the episode, thought about a whole lot of different ways to say some things, you know what I'm saying? And it's honestly just keeping it real and reflective with myself. Like I said before, the content of that episode, I feel like it was just run-on thoughts rather than intentional speaking to myself. And like I said, if that's like a letter I'm trying to have to myself, I feel like I should put my best foot forward and really do as much as I can for myself. Otherwise, I'm doing myself a disservice in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So boom, like I said before, welcome back. This is week 4. Week 4 is redo. Episode 4. The topic is still wanting it all. We're gonna start right now. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I've noticed about myself 100% is that one of my biggest flaws, or I call it my fatal flaw, even, that's like the biggest flaw that could really end up being the downfall of my person or who I am as a person, you know what I'm saying, is wanting it all, is wanting a whole bunch of things at the same time. That leads me to tackling a lot of things at the same time and sometimes getting little to nothing done. Now, this is the part where it starts to become more of a letter to myself, you feel me? You as a person, it's amazing that you have so many interests, so many things that you want to do, so many things that you want to conquer, so many skills that you want to unlock in this world, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like this. You're a person that strives, a person that desires to be the best in everything that you do. But how can you be the best in everything that you do if you continue to put mediocre steps forward? You're doing yourself a disservice, like I just said. It's the only way for you to get better at everything that you want to do is to take everything in a little bit at a time. You know what I'm saying? Take breaks. Okay? Make sure that you're spending time rooted back in something. That way you don't get lost or you don't lose yourself back in that grind. You know what I'm saying? Because the last thing you would want is to tackle and achieve all these goals, all these dreams, and then lose your reasoning or your why as to why you were doing it. All the people you have in your life, you know what I mean? They're a big source, like they're a big motivation for you to do better. Continue to use them as a motivation, of course, but never forget that they're also in your life. And those relationships that you have currently in your life right now, they are going to need some nurturing, you know what I'm saying? Especially because as you are right now, you can't give them the world. So at least letting them know that you're there doing what you can for them right now, you know what I'm saying? Keeping those relationships intact is going to be worth 100% more when you actually have the status and the level of, I'm just going to say it, the level of wealth that you want for yourself, you know what I'm saying? It's actually going to matter then. Feel me? Otherwise, what are you really doing it for? You don't really have a reason. For y'all, at least the people listening to the pod, maybe you picked up a little bit of that, feel me? But wanting it all has always been a dream of mine since I was a kid. Not even just because I want to make sure that I'm set, I'm put up, feel me? I'm more of a person that's never, for me as a person, I don't really think about myself first. It's something that I'm starting to have to do as a young adult now, of course, because I realized late in life that if I'm not putting myself first, then really ain't nobody is, you feel me? But when I was a kid growing up into the person I am now, I would sacrifice a lot, whether it be my time, my energy for other people. I'd invest a whole lot into other people and other people's dreams, other people's goals, other people's emotional stability. You feel me? And I don't regret doing any of that because I ended up building up a lot of people into the people that they are now. You feel me? But I never really took time to develop myself into the type of person that I know I can be. I think I'll leave it at that. I know that I still struggle in a few areas when it comes to myself, of course. That's why I did decide to make this podcast at the end of the day. That way I have these videos and these audios to go back to, for me. When I'm feeling doubtful, I still have a part of myself in the past, at least knowing what the future me, what steps he may take, and in some way, shape, or form advising what future me is going to do. But at the same time, I didn't want to go down that hole by myself. So like I said in the last episode 3, for me, you can only get so far as a person by yourself, but you can get farther and farther. You can pass the pinnacle of your solitude by including other people in your story, in your life. So for anybody that's poured a lot into other people, a lot into other projects, and not really taking the time to sit down and focus on what you really want to do, my advice to you is this: sit down and focus on what you really want to do, and do it now. Do it while, I know maybe the majority of my listeners are young. You feel me? Do it while you're still young. Pursue your dreams while you're still young. You know what I'm saying? Before you have major responsibilities like a family to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Focus on it now while you're young, while you have the time to, while you have the leisure to, while you can make mistakes that don't destroy or impact a greater part of your life. You know what I'm saying? Make those mistakes, learn from them, but at least start now. It's like this podcast. I keep using this pod as an example, but it's really like I've learned so much about myself as a person and other people and how they think because of this podcast. You know, I've gotten better at articulating my words and sentences due to this podcast because I want to make sure I'm effectively communicating points to y'all. I don't want to make sure like that last episode or that last copy of episode 4, I really was out of mind. Low key, I was mad tired. I don't like doing episodes when I'm tired because I feel like I'm giving y'all mediocre content. And it's like, if I'm giving you mediocre content, that's a reflection of me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing things mediocre and actively putting it out into the world, that's why y'all ain't seen no clips episode 4. I ain't announced episode 4 yet. I'm going to announce it now, you know what I'm saying? Because I could decently say I'm proud of this, you feel me? But it's all about what you allow yourself to look like and the image you allow to the image of yourself that you allow to be placed out into the world. Because you could your work is tied to who you are. How you carry your work is tied to who you are as a person. Let's be for real. So if you over promising the world to all these people, you know what I'm saying, if you trying to do it all, you know what I'm saying, and you're actively putting that out into the world rather than, you know what I'm saying, focusing on the things, some of the things out of that giant list of all that you want to do, feel me, then the world is going to be able to look in and be like, oh, this person promised that they do A, B, and C, and now we have A, B, and C, but they're not delivering as hard as they said they would. You feel me? And especially, I know the majority of my listeners are probably black, or it doesn't even matter if you're black, because this transcends race. Feel me? As a person, if you tied on to your image, it's really just not a good look for you, for real. And in the professional world, which is where a lot of us are headed into, nobody wants that type of look. So yeah, another word of advice to the future me: it's good to do all the things that you want to do. It's good. It's amazing that you have so many interests, and I'm forever proud of you for always going after what you want. But in that list of all of that chaos that you have, feel me? Pick just 2 or 3 things and work on them at a time. Master them and then go on to another few things. You can want it all, but go about that all strategically. Don't don't go about that all at the same time. That's where I'm going this episode. We already hit that 10-minute mark. I love y'all. Thank you for tapping into episode 4. I said I was going to do Q&A at some point for episode 5. However, I'm recording this with today. It is actually, I don't get on me now when you hear this. It's Friday, September 5th at 1:45. And as y'all know, I try to keep my 3 p.m. deadline. So I'm going to record episode 5 right after this and then go straight to bed. I ain't going to cap. But thank you for tapping into the podcast once again. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'll see y'all episode 5. All love, yeah.
Plug.